Welcome this afternoon to University High School's Athletic Awards. The key to success is hard work and determination. Welcome this afternoon to East Tennessee State University and Martha Culp Auditorium. Is everybody kind of warm in here? Yes. Guess what? The AC don't work. I'd like to congratulate all the student athletes on your many team and individual accomplishments. The faculty, staff, and parents appreciate your outstanding performances and contributions to its athletics program. My name is Dennis Carruthers. I am your Buc Boosters president. Our athletic director, Mr. Dustin Huntington. We have a list of academic excellent awards that we're going to just announce the names. Nobody has to come up here. They've already been awarded. For girls golf, Haley Bradshaw. Boys golf, Nick Sewell. Girls cross country, Grace Owen. Boys cross country, Romero Rodriguez. Girls soccer, Molly Cody. Boys soccer, Quinn Pilkey. Boys basketball, Harrison Hester. Girls basketball, Molly Cody. Cheerleading, Sarah Belcher. Baseball, Nick Sewell. All right, this next one, everybody say it with me, okay? Softball. Molly Cody. Thank you. Girls track, Grace Owen. Boys track, Wade Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start our slideshow presentation, we encourage everybody, including the coaches, to please get team pictures made and sent in to Mr. Wayne Mast. He does a spectacular job for us every year, okay? And I believe that DVDs will be on sale. All we got to do is see Wayne. Yeah. Okay. Dee will hand out all the information about that. Yeah, at that time, I'm going to turn it over to Miss Dee Perry.
Actually, I only have something to say about Wayne. As of Thursday, because I'm in school and I'm working full-time again, we had no track pictures. Wayne calls me, we have no track pictures, and today is the athletic banquet. I had to send my camera with a mother to the meet. And Michelle Gans did a great job. But my point is, we've got to get these pictures in. This is my favorite part of the athletic banquet every year. I love Wayne's slideshow. And he will sell these. He does not have any ready at this time. But if you sign up, he will put them in the office. Last year we had some made. And no, some people picked theirs up and some didn't. I believe he sells them for $10. He has spent probably a minimum of 20 hours working on this slideshow. I was at his house last night after 11 o'clock. He was working on it then, and he's worked on it all day. So next year, I'm probably going to buy a new camera. So if anyone wants to borrow mine, you're welcome to borrow my camera. And Michelle did a great job. She didn't want to do it. She said, I can't. And if you look at these pictures, Michelle and Ashley Daniels' mom, Lisa, took all the track pictures. It wasn't me, it wasn't Wayne, so you parents can do it too, and you'll have fun doing it. So if anyone needs to borrow a camera, let me know, and you can borrow mine next year for the outdoor events. Indoors, it's harder, but the outdoor events, it's easy to take pictures. You can borrow mine, don't worry about it. And I'm going to have Wayne's information put on the website next year so you can get pictures to Wayne. If you send them to Miss Irwin and she puts them on the website, she has to resize those pictures. And it's sort of like putting them on Facebook. They're really not good anymore for a slideshow when you blow them up. So I'll put Wayne's information on there and we'll get pictures to Wayne for next year's slideshow, because we don't need to stress Wayne any more than he's been stressed these past 2 days, or he'll have to stop doing this. But enjoy your show. I'm going to go join Wayne up in the box, and it's good to see you guys again. And I'll come back next year just to visit.
All right, Wayne, we're ready for the slideshow. Y'all give it up for Wayne Mast, okay? All right. Without further ado, we will move on to team awards. Coach Bettina Tarika, please come up.
Coach Caitlin Epps sends her condolences that she couldn't be here today. So we are gathered here today to celebrate the accomplishments of our student athletes. I would like to start off by thanking those who helped make this girls' soccer season a success. First of all, thank you to all the parents for investing your time and money. We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you to Jill Webb and Carla Lane for being excellent managers and organizing so much for the boys and girls team. Thank you to Dr. Nolan for helping us with fields and Donna Nolan for our awesome Nike apparel. Finally, I would like to thank Coach Victor Kurika for his legacy in the upbringing of University High soccer in both boys and girls. This program stands where it is today because of his dedication to the game of soccer and the children of University High over the course of 10 years. If I had to sum up our season in a few words, I would say our girls' team played with heart and for each other. Building bonds of teamwork establishes lifelong skills that can be used in life. I am so proud of the growth these girls made and their willingness to never give up. With that being said, as a former alumni of University High and soccer player, it's with great honor to be on the other side of the podium and present individual awards. I have 4 awards today. The first one is for offensive player, and it goes to Sarah Robinson. If you could just come up when we call your name, please. Defensive Player Award goes to Maya Houston. Next up is the Coaches Award, Molly Cohey. The Most Valuable Player Award goes to Gracie Salmich. Have any other members of the girls soccer team up here for a final round of applause for all their accomplishments and all their hard work that they have done this year. Please come up, girls. Let's give them one last round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, girls soccer. Boys soccer. We did that last one backwards, and I do apologize. Can we have the whole boys soccer team come up here, please, along with Coach Dan Holman.
Some of the guys were not able to make it to awards night this Tuesday because of a tournament game in Greenville. So at this time, we'd like for the guys who received an award on Tuesday night to step forward. We can kind of give them a round of applause for all their hard academic work. We were just a little late getting the word out, so we didn't get everyone's certificates, but we do have one. And Matthew Cole, he received a certificate in chemistry, U.S. government, and algebra 2. And he also received the James E. Francis Award for Outstanding Student.
Most of you all know that I am not Coach Dan Allman. Those of you who know him, I am the assistant coach. I'm Reed Tallman. It's been a great pleasure to serve this school and serve these students and be able to just teach them and help them grow in their sport and as individuals and in their teamwork. Dan couldn't make it. He's out of the state. For those of you who don't know, he's shorter, much more eloquent, but he doesn't wear nice hats. We had a great time this year. I'll be honest with you, I came in, he asked me to come help him, and I thought, oh boy, I haven't done this in over 10 years, this ought to be fun. But Dan is great to work with, those of you that know him and have gotten to work with him. We would like to thank Coach Dan, even though he's not here, and his family for all the time that they put in. We would like to thank all the other individuals, our team manager, I see her back there, Ms. Webb, and all those others that put in countless hours of work, even though behind the scenes and you haven't been noticed. Thank you so very much. And I would like to thank our students for all the hard work they put in this year. We came in, a lot of people didn't have too much for us this year as we began to talk to other coaches and began to hear what they had to say, and they didn't really expect much of us, but I'm glad to say that we disappointed them greatly by beating them. It was fun to watch. It's been a great year, but our teamwork, we built everything around faith, and I challenge these guys to continue, whether they're going on or they're coming back, and also other students, when they play, that they play with faith, and I'll explain that for just a second. And our F starts for fortitude, that we always play with fortitude. A stands for our attitude and the attitude in which we should play. I stands for integrity, that we always use integrity in everything that we do. T was trust, that we would trust each other, trust our teammates, and trust that each other would do our job as we would do our own. And then humility was H, that we would always do all the things that we do in humility. Woo! But as we get to this, I'll just go ahead and we'll give out the awards. Thank you guys for all your diligence, and we hope to see you back. Our Golden Boot, which is our leading scorers for the year, we have co-leading scorers. Those two were Lowell Williams and Brady Sand. glad they found the back of the net so much. Our co-defensive MVPs, which would be, if anybody came to a game, there is no doubting who these two are. They put in much work and much diligence throughout the entire team and throughout the entire year. There are Noah Jones and Logan Webb. Watching those two work together and communicate and just cover each other nonstop was a nice thing to watch. And our Mr. Hustle Award, this boy ran his legs off game in and game out. He talked, he communicated, but he worked his hind end off every game and in practice. And that would be Tawny Houston. Sad to say his little red balloon didn't win an award. And then last but certainly not least, we have our most improved, and that'd be Caleb Turner. From the beginning of the season till the end, Caleb worked and worked and worked, and the difference in him was huge from the beginning of the season at the end of the season. He truly epitomized what hard work will do to an individual. Thank you guys. Thank you for all your hard work. For those of you seniors, you know where we're at. You can find us anytime. For those of you who are not graduating, we will see you again. Thank you guys.
So it's fourth year I'll be doing this, so you won't have to hear me anymore after this. I just want to say thank you to all of you guys. If you were ever at any of our games, you know that these guys right here push themselves beyond their limits. And especially for the people that were at the Sullivan South game, to be down 3-1 in the last 8 minutes of the game, win 4-3, is pretty incredible. I also like to thank Coach Reed and Coach Dan. They put in a lot of their time for us, and it's really appreciated. And we have some gifts for them, but we're going to give them at our soccer party later. So thank you for that. And I also like to thank Tony Houston for uploading videos on YouTube so we can review our own videos and everything like that. So that's appreciated. And I like to thank Joe Webb for being a great manager this year.
Coach Randy Winstead and girls basketball, please come up.
Good afternoon, I'm Coach Winstead, and I had the privilege this year of coaching the University High girls basketball team. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Honeycutt and Dr. Brinson for giving me this opportunity to coach this year. I want to thank Coach Bolton and Coach DePue for being my assistants this year. They did an outstanding job. They're both young people who are very knowledgeable of the basketball game and have a great future in coaching if that's what they pursue later in life. I also want to thank Wendy and Wally Jenkins for keeping the Bucs, and for Dennis Crothers for being the voice of the UH basketball team. We had a good season this year. We was 12-11 overall. Even though we only won one game in the conference. It's a very tough girls basketball conference, very tough. But I felt we were very competitive in most of those games. We just couldn't get it done. But I feel real good for in this upcoming season. We only have four returning starters coming back, and every player up here this year became stronger and developed in their individual game. And we also have a very good ninth grade class coming in, which will help us this year to give us a JV team, which we didn't have this year. And everybody knows that's very important to any high school program. First, I want to give out some awards. This first award is for, I think it's for Outstanding Free Throw Award. This player shot around 65% from the free throw line, and she also helped us in a lot of other ways, her rebounding, outside shooting, and one good thing about her, she has 2 more years remaining of high school basketball. And so I really expect a lot out of her in these next couple of years. And the Outstanding Free Throw Award goes to Ari Ramsey. This next award is the Coach's Award. And the Coach's Award is really a very important award. It kind of sums up, I know, a player who has a lot of qualities, a lot of attributes. And this player had great leadership, great sportsmanship, good determination, hard practice player, and she was always at practice. And she also did a great job on the basketball court, a good rebounder, and very good physical player, and a lot of hustle. And now I noticed she got this award earlier, so it really tells you a whole lot about this girl. The Coach's Award goes to Molly Cohey. The next award is for Outstanding Offensive Player. This player, she gets this award because of her ability to beat people off the dribble. She's got a very explosive first move, and she can dribble left or right. She did a great job. She was our second leading scorer. I think she averaged around 12 points a game. And the award for Outstanding Offensive Player, and I don't believe she's here today, goes to Elise Howard. All right, the next award is for the Best All-Around Player. This player, as the award says, kind of helped us in a lot of ways. She was our leading scorer, averaged around 15 points a game. And as the season progressed, I'm definitely sure she became our best defensive player. She's a good rebounder. She runs the floor very well. And she just kind of does all the things that makes up a complete basketball player. And the Best All-Around Award goes to Lexi Crothers. As I said earlier, all these girls contributed in many ways. I want to, before I leave here, recognize each one of them individually. You got Ari Ramsey, Monica Orler, Molly Dawson, Molly Cohey, Frankie Craddock, Lexi Crothers, Samantha Sharon, and Leah Kidd. And and Elise Howard is not here tonight. I think that's everybody. I appreciate it, and let's give them one more round of applause.
We want to thank our coaches this year for, especially Coach Winstead, for coming in really late in the season. We lost our coach, and he stepped in and he did an amazing job for us, I think. So he really turned our program around. We beat Cloudland for the first time in like 12 years or something, so yeah. And then we also want to thank Coach Bolton for sticking with us this year. He's the only sort of comfort we had from last year, so thank you so much, Coach Bolton.
Coach Tinley and the boys basketball.
I'm Coach Penley, and I'd like to take this opportunity, if I could, to recognize a lot of people that helped us along the way. So we have some people that we need to thank before we go to our players. First, Coach Hazelwood. Brody Hazelwood joined us this year as our assistant coach, JV coach, varsity assistant. So I want to take this opportunity to thank him. Also, Quinn Pilkey, who I think I saw earlier with soccer up here, right? All right, he's up at the top. Quinn kept our stats for us this year, so that was greatly appreciated. Dustin Honeycutt, who is our athletic director. Wendy Jenkins and her family, who kept our books and the score clock and so forth. Jeff Estes, who was our money guy for this year, volunteered his time to handle our fundraising monies and write checks to those of whom we bought our equipment and sweats and those kinds of things. And also Michelle Gantz, who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to do a lot of planning for our team, for senior night, and things like that. Without those guys, we would not have the level of opportunities that we are fortunate enough to be able to provide for our young student athletes. So we definitely want to thank them. Let's give those guys a round of applause. So now, let's recognize each of our student athletes. As I call your name, if you would, just kind of step up to the front so everybody can get a chance to look at you. Dustin Estes. Brent Fields. Harrison Hester. Colin Newberry. Lowell Williams. Deshaun Hamilton. Cooper Mueller. Preston Ontango. Brian Fair. Ben Fisher. David Gantz. Ben Ordway. Luke Wexler. Joseph Carlos, and Gavin Sell. All right, so now on to the awards. We only have 3, but they're 3 pretty important ones, I think. So if you would, let us get all 3 announced, and then we'll give those guys a round of applause at the end. Our first award goes to a team captain, a young man who organized our off-season activities. He was second on the team in scoring average. He led our team in assists, He was second on the team in rebounds and named to the all-conference team, voted on by opposing coaches. Our team leader award goes to Dustin Estes. Our next award goes to a young man who, in addition to being near the top in defensive rebounds, despite playing from the guard position, he was one of our best on-ball defenders and led our team in deflections and steals. The Mr. Hustle Defense Award, Preston Ontano. Our last award goes to our team leader in scoring. He made the most three-pointers on our team. He was second in assists, and he was our main ball handler. He also was named to the all-conference team by opposing coaches. Our Playmaker Award, Deshaun Hamilton. That's all for basketball. Thanks.
All right. I just want to say thank you to both of the coaches. 5:30 a.m. practices that they showed up to, conditioning all year, and we swept Cloudland for the first time in like 8 years. So. Pretty big.
Let me get the members of the golf team, boys and girls golf, to come on up to the stage. All right, so I'm also head coach of the boys and girls golf program here at University High School. So we want to take the opportunity now to recognize these student athletes as well. So the members of our girls golf team, Haley Bradshaw, Carolee Mabe, Abby Benton, and Caroline Gamble, only two of which are here. Members of our boys team include Nick Sewell, Jacob Harmon, Dominic Haynes, Luke Wexler, and Sean Sue. So we also have a couple of awards for golf. I'm going to go ahead and give the golf award for our ladies, even though she's not here. So our girls MVP low average would go to Haley Bradshaw. Haley, even though I know she's not here, let's go ahead and recognize her. Haley has been in our program for, I think, 5 years now. She started as an 8th grader. She qualified for the region tournament, was the low average for our ladies for 2 consecutive years, so she would be named our MVP. On the boys' side, it's pretty self-explanatory. Nick Sewell has been really the leader of our golf team for the last couple of years, and he's been a real pleasure to coach, pleasure to be around. He's actually taught me a lot about the game. His parents have been great, very supportive. He's really the kind of person that we need more of in the world, and I certainly am happy he was on our team for the last couple of years. So just a couple of his accolades. He finished with a 9-hole average of 35. He was co-MVP of the district tournament. He won the region tournament, qualified for the TSSAA state tournament 2 years in a row, including a top 10 finish this year. He's also signed to compete in college for Milligan, so we can continue to follow him during his college career. So our boys MVP, low average, Nick Sewell. Thanks.
Get my notes. The members of the University School baseball team, please come to the stage. First of all, I want to start off with a special thanks to our administration, Dr. Brenton, Ms. Day, Mr. Dustin Honeycutt, as well as all of our faculty at University School for helping these athletes along. So I want to give a special thanks to Johnson City Parks and Recreation for the use of facilities at Indian Trail and getting those prepared for us, and ETSU and Sean Morris and Dr. Dick Sanders for allowing us the use of Thomas Stadium throughout the year. Another thanks go out to all the parents and guardians that's helped behind the scenes with transportation, meals, our trips. So I want to give those individuals a special thank you. Also want to thank Miss Angie Metcalf and Miss Patty Wester for going above and beyond those means with helping our athletes. Thank you very much. So I want to acknowledge our seniors. If you'll step forward when I call your name. Mr. Nick Sewell, Brent Fields, Joe Slatterman, Logan Metcalf. Our two juniors, Deshaun Hamilton and Nick Wally. Our sophomores, Brian Fair. In the 9th grade, Lewis Wessner, Jake Aligny, Trevor Taylor, Jacob Hare, and Cass Blevins. Contributions from some 8th graders this year: Esau Bird, Carter Pollock, and Ellie Jarrett. All right, for our awards, before we give the Buc Booster for the team awards, I do want to recognize our all-district players this year, which your plaques are right now being made. They're coming from Greenville, so as soon as I get those, I'll get those to you. And that was Logan Metcalf and Nick Sewell. And this was voted on by the district head coaches. As well as in the all-tournament district, the first two are all conference. The district will be just based solely on the district tournament. That was voted as Cass Blevins and Logan Metcalf. And before I move on, before I forget, I want to thank my assistant coaches, Johnny Bolton, Zach Shepard, and Austin Jenkins. Thank you so much for all your time and dedication. Our team awards are as follows. I was able to give 4 this year, 2 of which tied, and I went almost solely by the numbers and by the book on these, and try not to put any emotion into it. And my first award goes to the best defensive player, and I base this on attempts, putouts, errors, and a combination of several different things. The 2 individuals that tied for that were Nick Sewell and Brent Fields. Of course, Nick's done a great job for us, a 3-year starter at shortstop. Brent, to me, Gold Glove center fielder, but had to step in at second base and did a great job the last part of the year with that. Our pitching award this year goes to Logan Metcalf. The offensive award, again, based on the numbers, batting average,
slugging, on base percentage, RBIs, doubles. This award goes to a freshman, Caspel Evans. And again, I could sit up here for a longer period of time and individually talk about these guys, but we just don't have time. But I do want to give one sort of shout out to, if I was giving a coach's award, but I didn't because I split the defensive award, it would have gone to Deshaun Hamilton. We were short a catcher, didn't really have a catcher with Logan pitched, and he was asked to come in and catch more than half of our games this year, done a great job. Hated every minute of it, but he did it, and it really benefited our team. And I think he's praying next year that he can stay out at shortstop and not have to catch. So that's it. Thank you, guys.
We just want to thank the coaches and all the parents and everybody that contributed this year. And we have a couple of things for the coaches, and that what Nicole is holding is for Miss Metcalf for all that she's done for us the past 4 years.
Good afternoon, my name is Keith Jeffers. I'm the softball coach here at University High, and I would like to introduce our softball team. In 8th grade, Abby Jones, Olivia Miller, Ashton Ellis, and Abby Johnson. Our freshman is Emma Burning. Our sophomores are Ari Ramsaran, Miranda Honeycutt, and Frankie Craddock. Our juniors are Lexi Crothers, Maddie Freeman, Molly Dawson, and Riley Williams. And our lone senior is Molly Cohey. I want to thank the other coaches, because without them this season would probably be impossible. And that's Joe DeGroat, Sharon Craddock, and Mara Ditto. And the coaches this year, we talked to them a little bit after our game Friday. We really want to thank our players because they had probably one of the best attitudes I've ever had in a team. And they worked, they did stuff they didn't want to do, but they did it. And it was a joy to coach them this year. And right now I want to award from the Tennessee Coaches Association the all-state academic team for members that are juniors or seniors that have a 3.5 GPA or higher, and this year's goes to Molly Cohey. We want to recognize our all-conference players. This year, we had 4 all-conference. We didn't get the all-player of the year because of some reason, even though we won the conference. But this year, we won the conference, we won the district tournament, and then we played and made it to the sectionals that we played on Friday. But the all-conference players of the year are Lexi Crothers, Molly Ramsaran, Molly Cody, and Maddie Freeman. The all-tournament team members were Lexi Crothers, Ari Ranchran, Miranda Honeycutt, and the tournament MVP was Molly Cody. We want to thank Dr. Brinson and Dustin Honeycutt for the opportunity we've had here. We also want to thank all of our parents. I see several of them in the audience. Some of you, without your help on concessions, on get girls food, getting us ready to do what we need to do, it would have been impossible to get done. This year's been a year full of growing pains, but it's also been a very exciting year at the same time. So for the awards, the first award I'm going to give out is Offensive Player of the Year. And this player worked hard every day, had a tremendous attitude. She was in the top 3 in basically every batting category you could think of. I asked her once in a game, we were struggling hitting, and it was a close game, and this is something I'll always remember, is I told her, I said, find a spot, anywhere on the field, just find a spot and hit it there. And after she hit it and got a triple out of it, the first thing she said when she came up to me was, that's where I picked. And the Offensive Player of the Year goes to Ari Ranchman. The Defensive Player of the Year, and this player was asked, honestly, to do more than I wanted to ask her to do. She had a lot of responsibilities that I just don't want to put a player through, but she stepped up with a positive attitude. She continued to improve throughout the year. When I felt like she was not giving it what she needed to, she looked at me, always with a smile, and a double fist pump, and told me that she had it. And the Defensive Player of the Year is Lexi Crothers. This year, our most valuable player was also in the top 3 in every batting category that we had. She's been a reliable player and a hard worker. On defense, we asked her to play a position she hadn't played in years, if ever. She was also asked to pitch in several games this year, which she also hasn't done in a long time. She's been an important part of 4 conference and 4 district championships, 3 regional and 3 sectional championships with 3 trips to the state tournament. She's been a part of a 34-2 conference record over 4 years and 112 total wins. The MVP goes to Molly Cody. The last 2 awards we give, I think, are really important because it shows a lot of dedication and just great attitude. The first award is for the Most Improved Player award. This player led the team in runs scored this year. She's reduced her strikeouts from a year ago by 75%, and every aspect of her game has improved. She's moved from the bottom of the batting order to be a reliable leadoff hitter and outstanding outfielder. The Most Improved Player of the Year goes to Maddie Green. And the last award is the Coaches Award. Like I said earlier, we had a lot of girls that had just outstanding attitudes, so several girls could have got this. But this player stood out to all the coaches because of the smile on her face and the all-out effort she gave at every practice and every game. The excitement on her face after a home run or a game-winning hit was always priceless. She constantly encourages everyone and played any position we asked with a smile. And the Coaches Award goes to Miranda Honeycutt.
We just want to thank all of our coaches, especially, well, Martin is not here, but especially Keith and Joe for stepping in 4 years ago and seriously turning our program around. Without them, we would not have gone to state 3 years in a row. We beat some pretty awesome teams over the years, some 3A teams that we probably shouldn't have beat. But because we have such amazing coaches that have really stepped up for us, we've come a long way. And I also want to thank my girls. We did a lot this season. We lost 5 seniors last year, and I think we came out and proved that we could still win some games. So I'm very proud of you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stop.
Coach Jessica Sanders and cheerleaders, please come up.
Okay, my name is Jessica Sanders, and I was the cheerleading coach this year. And I just want to go ahead and thank you to Jennifer Carpenter and Brittany Metcalf Gray. I couldn't have done it without you two. Also to Dr. Brenson and Miss Angela Metcalf and Dustin Honeycutt. I just want to go ahead and introduce our seniors. We're going to be missing you all. I know we're missing some. If you just want to step up. Emily Hoover, Rachel Johnson, Amy Burton, Tessa Branham, and Savannah Hubbard. You're going to truly be missed. These girls have worked so hard this year. We learned a dance and one practice. There's been a lot of changes this year, and so they just really stepped up, and I just love each one of them. And also thank you to Jared for sticking with us. I know it takes a lot of courage to hang out with this many girls. But we have 3 awards this year, and the first one is Rookie of the Year. This lady, she always was asking me for questions. She didn't cheer before, so she was just trying to learn a lot about the sport, and she was always learning from the other girls, asking them questions, and that goes to Michaela Lane. Next is Most School Spirited, and this lady, she always wore her blue and gold. I think she truly loved her school. She supports all the different sports, and she just really loves UH, and that goes to Annie Phillips. And up next is our leadership. This lady, she was constantly leading the team. We didn't have captains this year, and so I just kind of let each of the leaders just push and lead the girls. And this one, she just always was encouraging and always there for each of them, and that goes to Rachel Johnson. And I just want to thank all of you. I want to thank the parents for coming to the game to support the basketball teams and the cheerleaders. We had a great year, and I can't wait to see you next year.
I think I speak on behalf of all the ladies and Sarah and Amy that are not here, that we're just really grateful for Coach Sanders, Coach Jennifer, and definitely Coach Brittany Gray. They've made a lot of sacrifices for us and spent a lot of time, and we're just really grateful. So Give them a round of applause. Go Bucs!
Cross-country girls and Coach Maggie Whitson, please come up.
If I could go ahead and get the boys too of the 2014 cross-country team to come forward as well. Good afternoon. I'm Coach Maggie Woodson, and I have the pleasure of coaching both girls and boys teams alongside Coach Austin Ellis for the 2014 season. The cross-country 2014 season was a season that was about building a family environment. The boys and girls teams learned to depend on each other, both on and off the cross-country course. The team learned discipline and pushed each other on a daily basis and to better themselves each and every day. Each team member held each other accountable to push themselves to the limit through the heat, hills, and sweat that came with every practice. The boys team worked together to perform well as a team and improve every meet. Leading the boys team, if you'll come forward when I call your name, Pablo Rivas, followed by Cannon Pack, Cooper Pack, Nick Polgears, David Fagerberg, Ramiro Rodriguez, Caleb Turner, Louis Weisner, James Brees, Clayton McGill, and Kaylin Sokol. Pablo placed 6th at the regionals in October to advance to the state meet in Nashville, where he had a solid performance to end the season. This was Pablo's second state meet experience. The girls team also had a very successful season in which the team was composed of returning runners as well as new teammates that learned throughout the season to work well together. The girls peaked at the perfect time as a team and had their best finish of the season at regionals, finishing 15 points away from a state berth. Leading the pack was Cora Allison, followed by Becca Owen, Ashley Daniel, Chloe Graves, Ann Fagberg, Erin Holmes, and Grace Owen. Cora Allison advanced to the state meet by placing 6th at the regionals and having an outstanding performance at the state meet. This was Cora's second state meet experience as well. Now on to the awards for both boys and girls. We have 3 on each side, and I'll begin with the ladies. The MVP award goes to a young lady that showed hard work and dedication. This young lady is a competitor that shows her resilience on a daily basis. This athlete led the team both on and off the field and carried herself with much class. This athlete experienced an injury in which she is still recovering from, which made her miss a few meets this past season. But it only made her hungry to return to the competition. She worked countless hours to be ready when it mattered most. Even though this injury, this athlete missed a few practices and a few meets, she still worked hard to get back up to speed. This runner gets better in a race with each mile she completes and does so with great ease. This young lady, I am pleased to say, is only a freshman and has 3 more years to make her mark at UH and only has the ability to get better. I'm looking forward to a dynamite sophomore season where we aim for new PRs. This year's MVP award is well deserved by Cora Allison. The next award is the Coaches Award. This award is intended to go to an athlete that I as a coach can depend on to get the job done. This award goes to a young lady that is a fierce competitor and makes others work. This athlete dares for other runners to pass her and encourages her teammates to stay on her hip. Not only does her fire emerge with her running, but she has leadership skills that make everyone, especially her coaches, take notice. When she speaks, her fellow teammates listen. Accountability is what she longs for the team to demonstrate, and running the warm-up run is a flat-out race if you want to stay with her. I am proud to say that this young lady is also a freshman and has unfinished business to take care of this upcoming cross-country season. Congratulations to Becca Owen for this well-deserved award. The last but not least award for the lady goes to a runner that I was surprised, shocked, and excited that she was going to participate in cross country due to not being a distance runner. This runner, well, she prefers 4 to 6 attempts, 3 phases as she approaches a pit of sand. This runner overcame adversity through trying to get through the extreme heat, hills, and trying to run more than a mile at any given time. This athlete was always there for her team and made sure she gave them an opportunity to count as such. Without this runner, there would have been meets in which UH would not have had a team score due to not enough runners on the line. Taking roughly 5 minutes off of her time from the first race to the last, the most improved female runner goes to Grace Owen, who will be missed greatly as she is a senior. Congratulations. Okay, moving on to the boys, we'll begin with the MVP award. This award goes to an athlete that worked very hard to lead by example both on and off the course. This runner rarely complained about the work at hand as he knew it would only make him better. This runner showed true dedication by completing workouts on his own for a few weeks while on fall break in Chile during a crucial part of the season. This athlete placed in the top 10 individually in regions to earn a second trip to states. I'm pleased to say that this runner has 3 more seasons at UH to grow and develop his running career, as it is certainly bright. Pablo Rivas is this year's MVP. The Coaches Award goes to an athlete that the coach can depend on daily. This year, the Coaches Award goes to an athlete that led the team through his huge heart and contagious smile. This athlete stood beside his team at a time in which it might have been easier to quit. This athlete led in a more silent manner, but showed great courage as he worked his way back from an injury and competed in the 2 most important meets of the track season. This young man has a bright future, and I hope he will continue his running career at ETSU, where he will attend starting in the fall. Ramiro, thank you for your leadership in cross country and for standing beside your teammates when it mattered the most. This year's Coaches Award goes to Ramiro Rodriguez. And finally, on to the Most Improved Award for the boys. This athlete is very similar to the girls who received this award already. This young man worked hard in every workout and race with very little complaint. During a meet in September, he fell and broke his elbow and did not complain at all. To be exact, he ran workouts for the next week before mentioning that it was bothering him. This athlete has the opportunity to advance through the years that he has left at UH. James Brees is the Most Improved runner for the men's side. I would like to recognize all the runners on the team, as this team started the season as individuals and finished as a family. The runners were so close and provided such support that they drove to Starbucks, walked, or rode their bikes when it had snowed to cheer on their teammates Cora and Pablo at the state meet. They FaceTimed us. This was impressive. I will leave the team with a quote that one of the runners has found. This defines what our team stood for throughout the season. Cross country. Somewhere along the line, from the long bus roads and the countless hours of practice, our success and our failures, our inside jokes and our stories, we became more than just a team. We became a family. Thank you all for your hard work. 2015 season will be upon us very shortly. It's time to get to work. A special thanks to all of our parents. We could not have done it without you. And I would also like to thank the UH administration. Dustin, thank you for all your work.
So, seeing as I was Maggie's favorite member of the team, I figured I'd say something. I met Maggie in 8th grade, and in the years I've known her, she's been an excellent coach and a really good friend of the team. She's really stepped up, and we're so thankful for Maggie.
If you're on the track team, please come forward. It's a good work. I had the opportunity of coaching both girls and boys teams alongside of Coach Alan Cox during the 2015 season. Track season seems like it was cut a bit short due to 2 to 3 weeks of snow that pushed us back from the start of our season. This season was something that was truly special. Track is a very different sport filled with many different events that take great skill to master. Our team was small this year, but was filled with an assortment of athletes that were there to have fun while working hard to get better. In track, it is a very individual sport, but the team came together and supported each other through their events. This season was filled with growth and opportunity. Being a distance runner my whole life, I learned how to coach events I never thought that I would coach, such as sprint events, 300-meter hurdles, long jump, and triple jump, to just name a few. Thankfully, the pole vault coach, Coach Cox, he knows his own event. The team grew into stronger throughout the season and stepped up when it mattered at subsectionals and sectionals that they just competed at this past Thursday. The team was composed of the following athletes that participated in subsections: Cora Allison, Becca Owen, Grace Owen, Erin Holmes, Christina Fulcher, Ashley Daniels, Hallie Dunn, Julia Gable, Michaela Lane, Salter Blowers, Moses Cawley, David Gantz, Harrison Hester, Karen Pack, Cooper Pack, Nick Polgears, Ramiro Rodriguez, David Ryan, Jared Smith, Caleb Turner, and Wilson Wade. The following athletes also advanced to sectionals: Cora Allison, Becca Owen, Christina Fulcher, and Ashley Daniels, who competed in the 4x8, as well as Cora Allison advancing in the mile and Becca Owen in the 800. Grace Owen in the triple jump, Julia Gable in pole vault, Salter and Jared in pole vault, Moses, David Gantz, Cannon, and Wilson advanced in the 4x400, as well as David Gantz in the long jump and Wilson Wade in the 300-meter hurdles and 200. David Gantz, Ramiro Rodriguez, Caleb Turner, and Nick Polgears advanced in competing in the men's 4x800. Moving on to states, if you'll please step forward. Salter Blowers, Jared Smith, and Wilson Wade. All three of these boys will compete. All three of these boys will compete this coming Friday. Good luck. Next award goes to an athlete that carried over hard work and dedication from the cross-country season. It is no surprise that this athlete prefers hills to laps on a track, but that didn't stop her from working extremely hard throughout the season. This athlete knew that having snow come the first 2 weeks of the track season would not be an excuse to stay in the house, so she laced up her shoes and ran in the snow. This season also presented many challenges for this young lady, but she did not let that stand in her way. Instead, she learned a new sport and learned the track lingo, as it is very different from cross country. Advancing to sectionals this season was no easy task, but accomplished, and a good showing was made on an extremely hot day. I know this athlete is excited that the hills are in sight as she prepares for an upcoming cross-country season for UH. This athlete has a bright future ahead of her and had a very successful season as a first-time track runner. I am pleased to present this year's distance MVP to Cora Allison. Last but not least is a young man that everyone loves. He is funny and works extremely hard on a daily basis. This young man has determination like no other and will go after the next goal each time he steps onto the track. He welcomes competition and welcomes challenge and embraces opportunities to advance. This athlete was running road races on New Year's Day and took home the win for the 9 and under age group. This has to be an accomplishment he will never forget. The athlete ran solid all year round and experienced a 25-plus second PR in the mile and ran an exceptional leg on the 4x8 as anchor every meet in which he ran. And this athlete helped his team get to sectionals and have a solid performance. I look forward to watching this young man continue to advance throughout the rest of his years as a runner at UH. This year's Distance MVP award goes to Nick Polgears. I would also like to say a big thank you to our senior class that led the team. Ramiro, thank you for working hard to come back from injury and help your team when it mattered most, and for being a spark that they needed to advance from subsections to sectionals. Grace, thank you for being who you are and for all your hard work and fun through the season. Your leadership has been amazing. Harrison, thank you for your work with the jumpers this season and for helping get marks, etc. for the other athletes. And Wilson, thanks for your leadership that was shown this season and for the laughs and hard work, especially with the sprint team. You will all be greatly missed. Congratulations on a fantastic career at UH and good luck in your future endeavors in college and in life. And as always, remember spring break. Thank you to all the parents. We could not have made it without you. And I would also like to thank the UH administration, especially Dustin, for his hard work. Thank you.
Okay, so the track team would like to thank Maggie, number one, for being awesome, being our coach. We also want to thank her for stepping up this year and coaching all of us, even though she's pure distance. And we'd also like to say, Maggie, we think you did a good job this year, but we think you need to work on jumping things while running. And also trying to talk to the Greenville coach while running.
Thank you, coaches. Thank you, athletes. It's time now for us to give out our Buc Booster Awards. Every year, the Buc Boosters board gathers information from all the coaches from all the sports here at University High. The coaches are asked to nominate players from their teams. Each athlete is awarded points for the number of sports they participate, awards that they receive for each sport, and recommendations from coaches. The points are tallied, the athletes are chosen for the Athlete of the Year, each year a girl and a boy, chosen from each grade level. We'd like to invite previous year's winners up to the stage at this time, please. The class of 2017 The girl is Ari Ramsaran, and the boy is Zach Branham. All right, let's do that again. Ari Ramsaran and Zach Branham. Your class of 2016, junior girl now, Lexi Carruthers and Ruth Willoughby. Class of 2015, Molly Cohey and Noah Jones. Nick Sewell and Grace Owen. Levi Carter and Eliza Gillespie. And now we'll move on to this year's winners. The freshman girl is a two-sport athlete. She runs cross country and track. She was nominated by her coach for this award. Y'all, this year we don't have jackets yet. They got ordered, but they didn't give them to us yet, but you will receive your jackets next week, okay? Your freshman girl, Cora Allison. The freshman boy is a two-sport athlete as well. He runs cross country and plays soccer. He was nominated by both of his cross country coach and his soccer coach, Pablo Reyes. Your sophomore girl. She is a two-sport athlete. She plays soccer and softball and was named to the all-tournament team for softball. She was nominated by her coach for this award, Miranda Honeycutt. The sophomore boy is also a two-sport athlete. He plays basketball and track. He was nominated by his coach for this award, David Gantz. The junior girl is a three-sport athlete. She plays soccer, track, and she is also a cheerleader. She was nominated by her coach for this award, Michaela Lane. The junior boy is a two-sport athlete. He plays basketball and baseball. He was awarded all conference honors. Deshaun Hamilton. The senior girl, she is a one-sport athlete. She plays golf. She played in the regional tournament. Don't know what college she's going to attend. Haley Bradshaw. The senior boy is a tie. Both athletes had the exact same point total. The first winner played baseball. He was named All-Conference and was nominated by his coach for this award, Logan Metcalf. The second winner played basketball and soccer. He has previously been named all-conference and all-state soccer teams. He will be attending ETSU in the fall. Lowell Williams. Congratulations to all the winners. We will have jackets for you, I promise, next week, and they will be up in the office, okay? I'm sorry you don't get them in front of everybody tonight. What can we do? We can't do anything. I have only 4 awards left to announce. 2 of them are for the Kara Elliott Award, which is what we have now named our Sportsmanship Award, okay, in honor of Kara Elliott. She passed away in 2013 from injuries sustained in a car accident. The Elliott family, along with the Buc Boosters, would like to award the Kara Elliott Sportsmanship Award today. We have 2 winners. The first winner was nominated for his positive attitude and his ability to rally his team. His team faced some challenges last year. With coaching changes, he encouraged his team to big wins this year to make it to the regional tournament. He is the epitome of sportsmanship. Logan Webb. The second winner was nominated for her leadership and mentorship, not mentors, okay, they swing around. Mentorship for her fellow teammates. Her teammates are encouraged by her positive attitude. She has great sportsmanship. Say it with me. Thank you. All right, the career senior athlete. We're going to start with the boy then. The boy is a 2-sport athlete. He has played golf and baseball. He has played in the state golf tournament the last 2 years. He was recommended by his coach for this award. He will be continuing his golf career at Milligan College in the fall. All right, the girl. Let me read it first, all right, golly. This year, the girl has played 3 sports for her entire high school career. She has been a starter for the softball team since the 8th grade. She was captain of the soccer team, the basketball team, and the softball team. She was named the tournament MVP for softball this year. She was nominated by her coaches for this award. She will be attending the University of Alabama in the fall. Molly Cody. Ladies and gentlemen, every athlete that we have here at University School has to go through a lot. They have to do homework still, keep their grades up, and also participate in sports if they choose. By all means, let's give everybody a round of applause, please. The Buc Boosters will be looking for, we need parents is what we need, okay? We need officers, we need everything. For 5 people to make the decision for everybody in here, that's a lot of pressure. And we try to do it as fairly as we can possibly do it. But without the support of the parents and the coaches, we have nothing. And this year, I hate to say it, we only had 5 people attend 95% of the meetings, and they were officers. The Buc Boosters is here to help our high school athletes. The only time we know if a team needs any help is if the coach comes to us. We try to help each sport equally the same, and we would really enjoy a lot more members. And with that being said, I'll not keep anybody any longer. Thank you all very much for attending this evening, this afternoon. There should be refreshments out there. Thank you all very much.